Now, Indian drainage system. Indian drainage pattern we did it somewhat. Now, the Indian drainage system or Indian river system. Okay, Indian river system means in which direction the water flows in India. In which direction the river water or surface water flows in India. If you look at very carefully, we'll find out there are different slopes. There are different slopes. One slope is created by mountains, Himalayas. Second is created by this feature. Some is created by this feature. So, if you look at the Indian map, you will find it out that there are different features actually. And all the features are called water divides of India. All called what? Become the what called? Water divides of India. So, the drainage system of India totally depending on if you understand what? Water divides. Water divide is again the watershed regions of India from where the rivers originates and provide two distinctive slopes. Water divides are nothing a higher regions that act as a boundary for two distinctive river system. Distinctive river system. So, one point is it is any higher region that act as a boundary for two distinctive river system in opposite direction. In opposite direction. So, water divide is a higher region. So, in India, which features are acting as a water divide? There are 7 or 8 features which I am talking about acting as a water. First is the Himalayas. First feature is what called Himalayas or even Trans Himalayas. First is Trans Himalayas, then called Himalayas. First is Trans Himalayas or second called Himalayas. Next is the Purvanchal hills. Next, which hills? Purvanchal hills. Look, next is the Western Ghats of India. Western Ghats of India. Western Ghats of India. Entire Western Ghats of India. Next is the Aravalis. Next is what called Aravalis of Rajasthan. Aravali ranges of what? Rajasthan. Vindhyachal and Satpura ranges. Next is what called Vindhyachal and Satpura ranges. Vindhyachal is above. Vindhyachal ranges and next is what called Satpura ranges and next is Amarkantak region. Which region? Amarkantak region. Amarkantak region. So, how many features you have seen till now? 8. So, Trans Himalayas, Himalayas, Aravalis, Vindhyachal, Satpura, Amarkantak, Western Ghats of India. You go till the Kanyakumari. So, from the mouth of Tapti it comes out and till the this called Kanyakumari, the southernmost point, Point Comrade. This next is even some part with the called northern part of East, not entire northern part of Eastern Ghats. Northern parts of mainly Eastern Ghats. One more part is existing here, Chota Nagpur plateau. Which one? Chota Nagpur plateau. Chhattisgarh. Sorry, Jharkhand. Chota Nagpur plateau is there. Then few also from the Meghalaya plateau also emerged. So so these are the few water divides of India is. You try to understand from where the water start moving in the different directions. These features, remember 10, 11 features, your work could be done. First is what? Crop is, let me put it once again. Above Himalayas, Karakoram ranges and all, Kailash ranges and all this is called what? Trans-Himalayas or Tibetan Himalayas or Tibetan mountains. Second is what? Himalayas. Third is Purvanchal hills. Fourth is Aravallis. Fifth is Western Ghats. Sixth is Vindhyachal. Seventh is Satpura. Next is Amarkantak. Next is the northern part of what? Eastern Ghats. These two. Northern parts of Eastern Ghats. Next is Chota Nagpur Plateau. Next is what? Meghalaya. These are the few areas in India which acting as a water divide. So water falls here, either move here or here. Water falls here, it moves here or here. Water here it moves in all the direction. Here it moves here or here. Water falls here, either move in this direction or move towards this right. Here from Amarkantak all the water moves in this direction. From Vindhyachal either move towards the north or towards the south. Satpura above, below. And this region it moves here. Whatever the water flows here, all out from Western Ghat, it moves in which direction? Right, towards the east. From Amarkantak, it moves in all the directions. It moves in all the directions. You're getting me, everyone? So from northern parts of Eastern Ghat, it goes, come back in all the direction actually. Water is going in all the direction, either to the east or to the west. Purvanchal hills, water is coming in all the directions. Look at this. So in from Chota Nagpur also moves in all the directions. So in this way, you have a distinctive flow of surface water will generate. So which is covering the larger orientation, either this part is covering the larger orientation, isn't it or not, from Aravallis also. So you have a distinct, entire map will generate where is what is. You understand water divide properly. Okay. So major sources of rivers are here only. And so first is water divide of India, around 10, 11 features. Next, classification of Indian drainage system. So drainage systems are put in this way. Now arrangement of the surface flow, classification part. Indian drainage systems have been grouped guys. Happy independence once again. Concentrate. देखो यार, आपको frankly I will share one thing. पढ़ लो और शहीद हो जाओ, दोनों में से एक ही ऑप्शन है. And or if you think deeply, there is no difference. Okay? Real independence when you really cross through this hurdle, this phase. There is no option. पढ़ लो. But I will not suggest anything. Do not think much. Thinking has stopped once you have stepped into the preparation. Only action mode. Okay, become Karam Yogi. Just start participating in action. And when you are doing action, never think of any consequences. When you start thinking of consequences, yaar, bahut pad liya, that thak gaya. When you are thinking of this kind of thought, it is a demoralizing factors. And when you feel satisfied, your growth gets stagnant. And growth gets stagnant, it is a starting of downfall, nothing else. So human psychology speaks, never feel satisfied, keep hard working. Okay. And you being a student, good about a student is that they have nothing to lose except one thing, the time. Nothing to lose. They and students' profile in a social group, as a social group you are studying, you will find that it's a highly dynamic group. So it can do anything, it can become anything. The, the profile is highly dynamic, and it's totally depending on how, these 2-3 years of time, how much you devote after your graduation part or during the graduation itself. That decide your fate completely. So dynamicity is that you can become the president, you can become the prime minister, or you may become the top bureaucrat. It's totally depending on you. So पढ़ लो और कुछ नहीं बचा. I'm a monster in few regards. Monster means, you know the meaning of monster, everyone. So whatever you say, nothing will affect me, frankly. Nothing will, I will go with my objective. I have to make things very deeply, make them understand. That's my only prime objective. If you get tired and fainted, I will arrange the vehicle and admit it to the hospital. Bus or kuch nahi hoga. I will take that responsibility. Okay. Till that, keep on working hard. Okay, now come to the classification of Indian drainage system. So Indian river systems, how it been grouped. So there are different criteria have been used to classify it. First is on the basis of the called as direction of the origin, on the basis of origin of the rivers, on the basis of the origin of the major rivers. So we already know most of the rivers originated in India from where? Himalayas or from the Western Ghats, isn't it or not? Or the called peninsular area. On the basis of origin, Indian drainage systems are grouped in two categories. Himalayan drainage system and called peninsular drainage system. The river originated from the Himalayas called Himalayan drainage system. It includes the Trans-Himalayas part. Next is any from the peninsular region called peninsula. This is one part. Second, on the basis of orientation, of the rivers. On the basis of what? Second, on the basis of what? Orientation of the major rivers. So there are east flowing rivers, three orientations are there. They are grouped into three types. There are three groups. Rivers either goes to Bay of Bengal or go to what? Arabian Sea or even in the inland. Three possibilities are there. Orientation, one is Bay of Bengal, drainage system, or Arabian Sea drainage system, or the inland drainage system. In the dry areas, three is Bay of Bengal drainage system, or Arabian Sea drainage system, or inland drainage system. So inland means the dry areas. The rivers goes to Arabian Sea. Can you give the examples for each? One or two examples. Bay of Bengal. So like all this Ganga, Brahmaputra, Godavari, Krishna, Kaveri, all goes to the Bay of Bengal. Arabian Sea part is Narmada, Tapti, isn't it? Or even this called as which goes in Gujarat. Na? What is that called? Sabarmati, Mahi. All this goes to this part, Arabian Sea. Inland drainage system, right? Luni and others, or the tributaries of Rajasthan or in the Ladakh regions. Okay. So now come to the next aspects to the orientation is now on the basis of the catchment area, on the basis of what called catchment area, on the basis of catchment area, that's called command area. It's called what? Called as command area also. Catchment area also called what? Command area. Catchment area also called what? Called command area. Okay. There are three groups. Actually, these river systems of India is grouped on the basis of catchment or command area. Grouped into three types. Grouped into how many types? So major river basins, or the medium river basin, or the minor river basins. Entire rivers on the basis of water resource. This concept of catchment area, command area, is on the basis of what called? So water resource ministry used to do actually. To put an account on surface water resource in the country. To keep an account on what called? To keep an account on water resource at the surface water resource. So major rivers, medium. So major rivers are that the command area is more than 20,000 square kilometer. What is a command area? Geographical area spread. It's catching the water, from more than 20,000 square kilometer. Catchment area. So the rivers, not river's length, it is a catchment area, 20,000 square kilometer. Around 14 rivers are there. 2 rivers goes to other countries and so on. They are left out. So in that case, we if the rivers if a river base is calculated 14, but all are not there in India as a resource point. Only which are used 12 is considered. But actually, how many rivers are there whose catchment area is more than 20,000 square kilometer? 14 rivers in the country. So only how many is considered for water resource availability for India? Only 12. There is another issue. Next is medium river basin. The catchment area is between 20,000 square kilometer to 2,000 square kilometer. Catchment area is between 20,000 to 2,000. So command area is so much. So around 44 river are being accounted here. How many rivers? 44 rivers are put into account as a water resource. 44. Okay, minor river basins are those naturally. What is the catchment area? Right, less than 2,000 square kilometer. These units are very important. So less than 2,000 square kilometer. Around there are numerous rivers actually. As for the presence is numerous rivers are there, but for the water resource point of view, only 55 are taken into account. So there are seasonal, regional, okay, and small in length, and they are not always flowing. In some of the time they are been observed. So only for water resource, how many is taken under consideration? 35. So that is able to calculate the surface water collected in a rainy season and a year available. Okay. Now we have grouped the river systems in this way. Next is the last classification is called regional. On the regional basis, Indian river systems grouped into again 2 ways. It's like same as the Himalayan and the peninsula, above Vindhyachal and below Vindhyachal. Above Vindhyachal called North Indian and below Vindhyachal ranges called South Indian drainage system. So 2 types: North Indian drainage system and South Indian drainage system. So and the divide between them is what? Which range? Vindhyachal ranges. If you look at the geography, so Vindhyachal ranges act as a divide. When above Vindhyachal is North Indian drainage system and below Vindhyachal is South Indian drainage system. So whatever the orientation is, irrespective of the orientation. So it is roughly matches with what called Himalayan drainage system, and this matches with what called peninsular drainage system. Roughly matches it. So we do it. So which is the best geographical, even the government of India follows it. from the geography point of view is what? The first classification, Himalayas and the peninsular drainage system. And second is for the water resource ministry, go with this catchment area concept. Go with the catchment area concepts. Okay. Now the Himalayan drainage system. Next is, we are going on two drainage systems. One is Himalayan, second is called peninsular. So the characteristics, now this heading is, okay, Himalayan drainage system. You try to understand, after discussion of Himalayan drainage system and peninsular drainage system, you try to give the answer for it. Like give the difference between Himalayan and the peninsular drainage system. That is the last part after completing that question. If you look at the Himalayas, guys, if you look at the Himalayas, so it is containing two types. I am explaining certain part. Himalayan drainage system is containing two. One is the Tibetan mountains or Trans-Himalayas. Second is part is called Himalayas, Great Himalayas, Middle Himalayas and Lower Himalayas. So this goes up to the last point in the east called what? Called Namchawar. So mapping with me with the diagram always draw, or entire mapping will be done. If you and this topic wise topic. So and you just remember Namchawar in the east, and this is the Great Trans-Himalaya, and this is the Great Himalayas. This is Middle Himalaya and this is Lower Himalayas, Shivaliks. Okay. You know, this part is called Nanga Parvat. The westernmost part of the Himalayas is what called Nanga Parvat. Now you look at the, so this here from the from the near Mansarovar lake, in all this in the South Kailash ranges, southern part of what? South Kailash ranges are there. Okay, where Mansarovar Yatras was there recently. So, and many people died also, terrorist and landslide. Landslide was recently happened, Achha, yesterday we were doing in the morning landslide. Even after going from here, I gone through newspaper, and this was Himachal Pradesh. Around 45 people died actually. So near Pathankot Mandi Road, Joginder Nagar. So that was a landslide. Now this is different. So Mansarovar Lake and one more lake is here called Rakas Lake. Which lake? Rakas Lake. These are plotting, you can remember where is what. Just by observing, you can give the right answer. So, in the South Kailash ranges, there are two lakes. One is Mansarovar Lake, second is called which lake? Rakas Lake or Rakas Tal, in a different way it is called. So, here from the rivers move, this is called Indus River. Which river? Indus River. So, Rakas Lake produces one river that goes and moves like this, called Satluj. Called what? Called Satluj. You are understanding? It has to cross Great Himalayas, Middle Himalayas. Now, another river which originates from other side of Mansarovar and goes parallel to the Tibet and north of Himalayas and take a bend from Namchawar. Take a bend from where? Namchawar, and again enters and Assam. Then it moves into the Assam. So here, when it is moving in the Tibet, this is a Tibetan region, which is a Tibetan part. This is Himalayan region. So Himalayan states are there. So here this river is called what? Sangpo. Complete name is Yarlung Sangpo. So पहले नाम खराब था, अभी और बढ़ा दिया. Yarlung, Y-A-R-L-U-N-G. Yarlung Sangpo. T-S-A-N-G-P-O. Sangpo River. So it take a hairpin type of bend actually completely. So in the Namcha Varva, it actually is invisible. It remain what? Invisible. It take a U-shaped bend completely under the mountain. Under the mountainside, it is not seen. And later re-emerged in the Arunachal Pradesh, state of what called? Arunachal Pradesh as what? No, it is not called Brahmaputra. That's what the question is. Dihang. This river is called what? Dihang river. This river is called what? In Arunachal Pradesh called what? Same. It's a Brahmaputra. In Arunachal is called what? Dihang. D-I-H-A-N-G. Dihang river in Assam. When it enters in the plains of Assam, okay, plains of Assam, this place is Sadia. This place is what called? Please remember the mapping. This place is called what? Sadia. From Sadia to Dhubri, this is a Meghalaya plateau. From Dhubri, it enters into Bangladesh. From Dhubri, it enters into which state? Bangladesh. That is the Bangladesh part. Okay, Bangladesh. Here in this part of Assam, it is called as Brahmaputra. Many tributaries it receives. I am not making a tributaries map. So this is a gap. Okay, this is a gap. This is a Chotanak Rajmahal Hills. Which hills? Rajmahal Hills. This is Chota Meghalaya or Shillong Plateau. Meghalaya or which plateau? Meghalaya or Shillong Plateau. Shillong Plateau, or this is called Rajmahal Hills. Small in the West Bengal, edges of the West Bengal and Jharkhand. So now this part is called a gap, Malda Gap. This location is called which gap? Malda, district of West Bengal called what? Malda, M-A-L-D-A. Malda Gap. So Malda Gap, it enters into the plains and of Bangladesh and goes. Another name of this called Rajmahal Garo. This Garo Khasi hills are there. Right. This is called Garo. Called Rajmahal Garo Gap also. Leave this point. Now these are two rivers. Can you see the slope? Indus and Satluj are moving roughly from east to west. The flow, they join in Pakistan and goes in this way. And what is the Indus river ends up in Pakistan near Karachi. Okay, and where is the mouth of Indus river? Indus river in Pakistan at Karachi in Pakistan, it goes and falls into the Arabian Sea. So Indus delta is formed at Karachi, Pakistan. Now this Brahmaputra, when it is in the this part is called as what? Jamuna. Remembered. Called Jamuna. It's called as what? Called Jamuna. Ganga ko Padma bolte hai. Ganga is called as what? Padma. In Bangladesh, Brahmaputra is called what? Jamuna. There it meets with other rivers like Meghna. Even it's meet with the Padma. And it total form a delta spread into Bangladesh and India called what? Sundarban Delta. Sundarban Delta. So entire the world largest deltas. It formed the world largest delta. You know the second rank delta is made by the river Amazon. It is 1/10 of the size. It's so big that nobody can compete actually. No delta on the earth can compete with the Sundarban delta in terms of sizes. There is not one river. There are three major rivers are meeting and getting the source from here. I will ask. One is Meghna. Second is what called Brahmaputra. Next, Padma is actually nothing but a same as Ganga river only in Bangladesh. So it forms Sundarbal Delta in Bay of Bengal, falls in the Bay of Bengal. So Brahmaputra falls in here, or even its Indus falls there in the Arabian Sea. Rest of the Ganga, now this Indian plate has been tilted. It's been what called tilted from Aravallis. This is an Aravallis part. This range is what called Aravallis. You try to, this is a Aravallis from Delhi till the Mount Abu. From Delhi to what called Mount Abu. You know where's Delhi? Where is Rashtrapati Bhavan of India or in Parliament is situated? Louder please, recently the presidential election happened, the place remain in the news too. Louder sahi bol rahe ho aap log. Raisena Hills. So in the Delhi there is a place called Raisena Hills. Address of the Indian Rashtrapati Bhavan is this. Address is Raisena Hills. But there is no hill there. You go there, you will not find any hill, and it is known as Raisena. It's very popular with the term called Raisena Hill. So it is a part of Aravallis. It's a part of what? If you visit the North Delhi campus, Delhi University campus, a ridge called Delhi Ridge. That is called what? Delhi Ridge. Then you go to this called Gurgaon and all, you will see the, if you by Delhi you take this metro route, you can find it out that there is Arjungarh and other. When you move Gurgaon, you can have, see the rocks, a part of Aravallis. Then you enter into Ajmer, Jaipur, okay, Ajmer, Jaipur border. Then you goes directly in the Rajasthan mainly, at the bordering with the Gujarat, bordering with what called, do not enter. So the last part is called what? Mount Abu. So Guru Shikhar is the highest peak here. Mount Abu is what? Which peak? Guru Shikhar is the highest peak of Aravallis are what? Guru Shikhar. So it produces many rivers. It produces many rivers. Some goes to the deserts, some goes to this side. Banas and all goes this side. So the major rivers originated of this part is from Great Himalayas. Which Great Himalayas from Uttarakhand. Which state? Uttarakhand, and this today is called Ganga river system. Called as what? Called Ganga. Till Haridwar fine, then start moving towards the east. And this part above is Vindhyachal. Above is what called? Vindhyachal ranges. Just, you're getting this? So this is called Ganga system. So tributary of this called what? Yamuna. So it all with Chambal and other rivers keep on joining like this. So in this way, you have entire Himalayan drainage system grouped into how many categories? 3. The western part called Indus, central part called Ganga, and the eastern part called Brahmaputra. In this way, these systems are, and Ganga, Yamuna, this all joined. It's called Jamuna, which we use. Jamuna is not Yamuna, please. Please, you try to understand that is called Ganga, Jamuna, this called Sabita. That is actually is Ganga and this Jamuna of Bangladesh. So Ganga and Yamuna is said. But in UP and other part, Yamuna called as in Hindi dialects of the region called Jamuna. Okay, do not get confused with that. So understood, this Himalayan drainage system is divided into 3 categories: Indus system, Ganga system, and the Brahmaputra system. 3